So you hear the term AI development thrown around all the time, right? But what does that actually mean? It's kind of become this giant buzzword, and honestly, it can be pretty confusing. Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to give you a super simple framework that's going to make it all click. Yeah, let's think of it like a puzzle. Everyone's talking about it, but the pieces don't always seem to fit together. That lack of clarity, it can be a real roadblock for developers and their teams. I mean, it's everywhere you look, isn't it? It's in meeting agendas, it's all over job descriptions. It is without a doubt the biggest topic in the software world right now. But what does it really boil down to for a developer on a Tuesday afternoon? Are we just talking about a fancy new tool that helps us write code? Or are we talking about building a completely new kind of product? That's the big question we're going to answer today. So, to cut through all that noise, we're going to use a simple but really powerful 3-level framework. The whole idea here is to give us all a shared language so we can actually talk about AI development with some real clarity. Think of this framework as a roadmap. It maps out the entire journey, starting with AI as just a helpful tool to make you more productive and going all the way to where AI becomes the absolute heart, the core of the thing you're building. And here they are, the 3 levels. Level 1, we call the helper. Level 2 is the co-creator. And level 3 is the core system. Now, these are 3 very different ways of working with AI, so let's break each one down. Okay, let's start with the first 2 levels. Now, these are both focused on one really powerful idea: using AI to build software just way, way faster. First up, level 1, AI assisted. You can just think of this as the helper. Honestly, this is where most developers are dipping their toes in the water today. The AI is basically a super smart assistant living right there inside your editor, ready to help out. At this level, the relationship is super clear. You're probably using tools like GitHub Copilot or asking ChatGPT for snippets. And yeah, it's making you maybe 10 to 30% faster. But, and this is key, you are still in the driver's seat. The AI suggests things, but you make the final decision. A great example is just using Copilot to quickly build out a simple calculator app. Now let's jump up to level 2 and see how things change. This is what we call AI-driven development, or the co-creator stage. And let me tell you, this is a massive leap from just getting a few suggestions. Here, the AI becomes a genuine partner in the building process. At level 2, your role changes, like fundamentally. You stop being the person who just types out every line of code, and you become the architect. You design the system, and then the AI actually builds out entire services or APIs based on your plans. We're talking about a potential 2x speed boost on big tasks. Imagine designing the blueprint for an e-commerce platform, and the AI does the heavy lifting of the construction. That's level 2. Okay, deep breath. Now for the big pivot. Levels 1 and 2, they were all about using AI to build traditional software better and faster. Level 3 is a whole different ballgame. This is about building software that is AI. Welcome to Level 3, AI native. We call this the core system stage for a reason. Here, AI is no longer just a tool helping you build something else. At this level, the AI's intelligence, its ability to reason, that is the product itself. At this stage, you're creating things that feel like science fiction, autonomous AI agents, systems that can learn and adapt on their own. The impact here isn't just about speed anymore. It's about unlocking entirely new capabilities that were literally impossible before. And your job? It shifts again. Now you're a designer of AI reasoning, of its logic. Think about building an AI support agent that doesn't just follow a rigid script, but actually learns from every conversation to get smarter over time. And that really brings us to the most important distinction we can make today. Levels 1 and 2 are all about efficiency. It's using AI to build the kinds of software we already know, just faster. Level 3 is all about innovation. It's about building a brand new class of software that couldn't exist before. If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, please make it this. It's simple, but it's profound. One helps you code, the other is the code. So now that we have this clear framework, let's turn the lens around. This isn't just some abstract theory, it's a map. It's a map you can use to figure out exactly where you, and maybe your team, are right now. Seriously, take a second and think about your day-to-day work. Are you using AI as a helpful assistant? Are you directing it as a co-creator, handing off big chunks of work? Or are you one of the pioneers out there building these AI native systems from the ground up?
Here's a quick cheat sheet to help you figure it out. Maybe you're solidly in level 1, getting that awesome productivity boost. Or maybe you're starting to venture into level 2, offloading bigger and bigger features to an AI. Or, hey, maybe you're already deep into level 3. There's no right or wrong answer here, but knowing where you are is always the first step to figuring out where you want to go next.
And that really brings us to our final thought. Look, the productivity gains at levels 1 and 2 are absolutely transforming how we work today. But the really deep, the truly disruptive innovations, those are almost certainly going to come from level 3. So the question I want to leave you with is this: are you preparing for a future that is AI native?